My name is Anu-Laura Tuttelberg. I am from Estonia. I'm a animation film director. And I have a film here in the competition program. It's called On the Other Side of the Woods.
Would you say that fairy tales can be treated as a medium of dark human desires or dark sides of human nature?
Yes, of course. I mean, fairy tales are inspiration for me, but the film it's a surrealistic film, and it's not meant to be a fairy tale for kids. So yeah, I think you understood it correct. Well, my works are inspired by toys and dolls, and also like making toys or making puppets. So in that film you can see how the world is created, that there is an artist who creates this puppet and that it becomes alive, and the whole environment of the artist's atelier, it becomes this setting for the film, for this fairy tale. So this is why I chose these techniques to combine the live. It's not live action. It's pixelation more. Yeah, so and so. It's combined. Even this. Yeah, the parts with the actors are combined with from live action and pixelation. They're like two layers overlapping.
As I understand, the aesthetical decision derives from the need, from the will to talk about the process of artistic creation. So can we read it as automatic expression?
Yeah, and the film, it talks about material, like using material for creating art. Like you can see from the puppets that they are made from different materials. The main character, the little girl, is from clay, and the other characters are from wood, and these are the materials that you can use for puppet making, and these are like traditional materials, and these materials, they have their own role in the story, because the girl, and she's made from clay because she is this kind of character who is always in the move. She's melting and she's deforming and she's becoming new. But the other characters are more static and fixed in their roles. I choose puppet animation because I think in this medium you can be most free in creating your own world. Like you create a realistic world, but it's twisted, and it has some surreal elements that you could never do in live action. Mm-hmm. There's one one shot with a panorama when the things are falling over and the earth is spreading on the table and water is pouring out of the bottle. This took like 1 day to animate, and also 1 day before that to rehearse, because it's panorama and you can't change anything if you can't go back and fix it. So we had a camera on this rail, and I think there is one main animator for this film, and for this scene I had maybe one or two students to help from my school, like my co-students. They just came to assist the animator. But the whole film is animated by one person, mainly. And just few people sometimes came by to help with all these earths and things, like little details moving. But all the puppets are animated by one person. And the whole team consisted of me and this animator, mainly. And then sometimes somebody just to help out with more complicated scenes. I had very precise script. The film was ready on the paper, So the animator at least was very thankful and said that it's nice to see on the picture what will it should look like and what's the movement. So yes, I draw the storyboard and then the film is pretty much fixed. I don't throw out very many scenes after it's shot. Like maybe just few seconds will be lost. But with Flymill, I animated myself, so I was tried to be even more precise, because animating and doing everything at the same time, it takes so much time and energy that you can't just decide later that, okay, I won't use this minute. The film is actually made in my home studio, and it's like a cooperation with Nuku Film Studio. So it's almost made by me myself, but the animator, she is from the studio, so she was paid by the studio, and also other members of my team, like the sound and music people, they also got their salary from the studio, and I applied for money through the studio. That's why it's a cooperation, but otherwise it's made in my apartment. Yes, I can say a few words about Animateka. It's my favorite festival. That's why I came back. Thank you.